Thank you, Mr. Fasley.
Thank you, my lady, my lord. I have no reply to my lady's submissions, simply to talk about, to discuss the issue of contact that my lord raised before the lunch break. The mother has no objection to the children spending time with their grandparents and with the father, under terms that they can agree mutually. He can message her and they can agree a time, and that includes overnight contact as well. The only concern the mother has, my lady, is that the new passports for the children are now with, we're told, the grandmother, and she would prefer those for those passports to be with the father's solicitors, so that unless this appeal is determined that the father doesn't take the children anywhere else, that's her concern. But otherwise, no objection to contact, including contact on Christmas Day and staying for a period of a week thereafter with the father. And as other times, it would be agreed between the parents mutually.
So if I could just write that down again. So it's Christmas Day.
Yes, my lady.
And a week otherwise.
Yes.
To be agreed.
To be agreed, and other times as agreed between the parents, my lady.
And a week, and other times to be agreed.
Yeah.
All to be agreed. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And there's no objection in principle, my lord. It's simply that she was concerned about the passports.
Apart from that, anything else?
No, my lord.
Right. The passport to solicitors would solve that. Yes?
Yes, my lord. Very grateful, my lord. Thank you.
I don't know. Mr. John is looking slightly quizzical.
No,
about that.
just to explain the context of that, the paternal grandparents live about 5 minutes. You'll have seen from the Kafka.
Yes.
5 minutes from the mother, and the paternal grandmother's at the back of court. And so the father stays there, and the children will stay with him at the grandparents' home. The mother celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve, in fact.
Yes.
So they'll go at 10 o'clock on Christmas Day. He hasn't seen the children this time round, so we anticipate that he will collect the children tomorrow, and or when they finish school, I'm not sure when that is, until Saturday, and then return the children to the mother on Saturday in time for a good time for Christmas Eve celebrations, and then back to the dad on Christmas Day for a week, and then back to mum before the end of term.
That all sounds pretty sensible.
Yeah. I'm sorry to have burdened the court with those issues.
Do we need to do anything about that, or
No, my lord. I think we can agree that that's between ourselves, and we'll put it into writing so it's clear to all parties.
And in relation to the concern about the passport, have you got anything
lady,
to add?
The order, subject to this court's determination, is that the children return in the care of the father until the passports have been released, the tipsed off orders have been discharged.
well, why would without judging that, is there any problem with this? With Miss has maternal grandmother? I don't suppose she's got it with her, the passport.
No.
Well, she could pop it down to Miss Nuttall, couldn't she?
Well, my lord, I
And they could
hear
stay
what
there,
it is. I don't anticipate that being a difficult.
I mean, that would seem sensible. It's not.
That would be the usual
That
course.
seems to be the only issue. That would be the usual, as you say.
Thank you.
Thank you, lady.
And Mr. Fasley, in reply?
That's also simple agreed, my lady.
Anything
Yes,
else?
but what, do you have anything to say in reply to what Mr. Jarman said before the short adjournment?
No reply, my lady. No. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. And so, am I right to think that everybody has said everything that they feel it's necessary to say?
Yes, thank you, lady.
I just thought I'd check. That's very helpful. Thank you very much, both of you, for your submissions. Thank you in particular, although I know there's lots of work that's gone on the respondent side too, but in particular to Mr. Fasley for being before the court today. It has been an enormous help to us, and your solicitor also, and the amount of hard work in a very short amount of time that you have got through, both of you. And as I must repeat also what I said at the beginning of the hearing this morning, that our thanks also go to Ms. Nuttall for the huge assistance in producing the bundles in a circumstance where otherwise I don't think the court would have had bundles which they could read into before the hearing. So we thank her profusely. And also, just to say, the way in which this will now proceed, we are not going to give our decision now, subject to reasons, because we think it's best that those two things come together. The judgment will be circulated in the usual way for typographical corrections only, not re-argument, thank you. And you will be very much aware of the embargo which applies in relation to that draft judgment or judgments. And we take that extremely seriously, so I just warn you again in relation to that. And you will also be fully aware that consequential matters are dealt with on paper in this court. So we hope initially that you will be able to agree an order, but if you can't, you should put together very short written submissions, short meaning short, and we will make our decision on the papers. Now, in relation to timing, as I understand it, there is no particular reason why this judgment, although of course we intend to deal with it as soon as possible, has to be dealt with by a particular date. Is that correct?
There's no particular date, save that the order provides for the return of the children to Dubai, and of course it was hoped they'd go back at the beginning of September for the school term. The school term in January is forthcoming, and so whilst they remain in England, they are at school. There's no particular date for a return to Dubai, but we simply pray and aid that there's a degree of urgency.
We understand that, and we will do our best. Thank you very much.
All right.